We may be in the start of a lockdown, but don't let this create a meltdown. I'm going to take you through a simple exercise that can be done anywhere for a healthy body and mind. Feel free to follow along. Firstly, before we get started, let's loosen ourselves up. Gently shake up and down whilst keeping the feet planted into the floor. Turn to both sides and continue to shake. Really loosen up all the joints. Lift the arms, continue shaking, and again turn to both sides. Continue shaking whilst lifting the arms up, and bring the arms back down, shaking throughout the movement. Lightly twist the arms back and forth, twist the waist and twist through the legs. Roll the shoulders forward in large circles, making sure to arch the back gently. Reverse the motion and roll the shoulders backwards with large circles, again bending the back gently. Rotate the knees inwards in large circles. Reverse the motion and go backwards. Rotate the hips. Do this smoothly and slowly, again using a large circular motion. Keep the hands touching the lower back throughout. Reverse the motion, making sure to go to the full extension of the circle whilst making the movement. Swing the arms left and right by turning the waist. Really let the arms go and use the waist to turn them. Do not let the knees buckle inwards. Keep the knees pointing forwards as you twist through the legs. Swing the arms back and forth to each side, upwards in an arcing motion. One hand going in front of you whilst the other goes behind you. Again, using the waist to drive the movement. Once you're comfortable with this, turn the hip as well by lifting the toes and twisting on the heel of each foot. Swing the arms forward and back, one in front of you and one behind you, trying to clap above the head. Again, using the waist to drive the movement throughout. Once you're comfortable with this, let the arms go up above and continue to swing one arm forward whilst one is going back, and then reverse the motion. Notice how the waist drives the movement, and I'm keeping my shoulders and arms relaxed. Swing up and down using a forward hinging motion with the hips. Notice how I'm slightly squatting down to generate the upward force through the legs, up into the ribs, and letting the arms go behind my head. Naturally let gravity take the arms back downwards as you fall. Stretch upwards right into the sky, up onto the tiptoes, and let go. Now that we have loosened up, let's begin the practice. Stand evenly and naturally with feet shoulder width apart. Keep the toes pointing forward or slightly outwards, whichever is more comfortable for you. Keep your knees soft with a slight bend, making sure they do not go beyond the points of the toes. Have the idea of an inflatable ball between your legs to keep the knees bracing outwards and stop them from collapsing in. Let gravity gently draw your weight to the ground. Slightly sit down to bring your pelvis into a neutral position. Drop the shoulders, straighten the spine and pull in the abdomen slightly. Keep the armpits open and the elbows slightly bent. The hands should hang loosely whilst opening all the small joints in the fingers and thumb. Draw the head upwards as if it's suspended by a string. Tuck in the chin slightly to help keep the neck straight. The eyes and mouth should be gently closed whilst keeping the tongue lightly pressed against the roof of the mouth. When you are ready, slowly raise the arms up to around eyebrow height, with palms facing towards you. Whilst raising the arms, feel free to open the eyes again to make a visual check. The arms want to be evenly rounded at around a 45-degree angle, keeping the armpits, the elbows, the wrists and all the small joints within the hands open. Keep relaxed throughout the posture and pay attention not to let the hips or the shoulders rise. When you are happy with the height and the angle of the arms, return to closed eyes. You may feel that after a while of holding this posture that it becomes physically and mentally demanding. If tension starts to arise during the practice, don't try to fight it with more tension, whether physical or mental. Instead, try to relax deeper into your body and mind. Try to feel the centre of gravity throughout your entire body. Slowly let all tensions melt away, starting with your head, your face, hands, arms, elbows, shoulders, neck, rib cage, chest, and so on, all the way down to the ground. When you get to your feet, imagine that they don't stop there and that gravity continues into the ground and below, like the roots from a great tree. Whilst sinking and relaxing downwards, don't let the upper body collapse. Remember that it is being pulled upwards from your head, just like you are sinking down into your feet. Visualize each vertebra lifting and separating, and feel how the spine supports the entire body whilst expanding and relaxing with each breath. If you find that you cannot relax any further in the posture and that you are using tension in your body or mind to hold the posture, then bring the arms back down to the preparatory posture and relax until you are ready to try again. In a moment, I'm going to stop talking. We're going to try and listen within. Bear witness to any thoughts and feelings that may arise, and try not to latch on to anything. Use your breathing to help focus the mind and relax the body, breathing fully in and fully out, continuously moving like the waves in the ocean. Are you ready? Let's go within. 2 minutes have passed of listening within. You may want to take some notes after the practice of any thoughts or feelings that you witnessed. This is a great practice for reconnecting with ourselves and uncovering any physical, mental or emotional tensions we may have locked on within. As we begin to close the practice, recognise how you felt before you started and how you are feeling now and how you feel afterwards. To end the practice, slowly draw your hands towards your heart, placing one hand over the other. Try to bring your awareness to the point in which the hands meet the chest and any sensations that you may have permeating through the hands. Listen again to how this feels while deeply breathing in and out. After some time with your hands on your chest, slowly draw them down towards your belly, again paying attention to any feelings you may have between the points of the hands in contact with the belly, breathing deeply in and out. To bring the practice to a close, breathe in as you bring the left leg to the right whilst raising the hands upwards. Draw the hands down as you stand up and breathe out. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.